Hashtag Alex Eala versus Maya Joint. Wimbledon round of 64, full match breakdown. Welcome back, everyone. Let's dive straight into the story, because today we're talking about another remarkable performance from Alex Eala. This was the round of 64 at Wimbledon, and for the first time in the tournament's history, a Filipino player had reached this stage. That player is Alex Eala. His opponent for this landmark match was Maya Joint. And it's worth remembering exactly who Maya Joint is. She's the player who eliminated a true legend of women's tennis, Serena Williams, right here at Wimbledon. She is, without question, one of the greatest to ever play the women's game, and Joint took her down. So make no mistake, this was never going to be an easy opponent for Alex. To make things even more personal, Maya Joint had already beaten Alex in their previous meeting. That meant this wasn't just about advancing in the draw, this was about redemption. Alex Eala walked onto the court carrying both fire and unfinished business. Hashtag set 1. Joint takes control from the very first exchanges. Maya Joint made her intentions clear. She dominated the opening set, jumping out to a commanding 6-3 lead. Filipino fans watching around the world, many tuning in live, felt the nerves creeping in as Joint raced ahead early. But here's the thing about Alex Eala. He never gives up. Not even close. As the set wore on, you could see him digging in, refusing to fold, punishing every mistake Joint made instead of letting her dictate the tempo unchallenged. It felt like the collective energy of every Filipino fan watching had somehow poured directly into him, like he'd been charged by their support, ready to flip the entire match on its head against Joint. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how Alex Eala turned this match around, game by game, point by point, in his round of 64 clash with Maya Joint at Wimbledon. This is the full analysis and breakdown. Let's get into it. Hashtag game by game. First set, the match opened with Alex serving. Joint returned cleanly, but Alex overextended on his next shot, drifting toward the middle of the court. Joint punished the mistake instantly, firing the ball back to his left side, and Alex simply couldn't recover in time.
Point Joint.
On the next point, Alex served again. Joint's return found the net this time, but Alex's follow-up attack also sailed into the net. Right from these opening exchanges, Joint had already seized control of the match's rhythm. Moving into game 2, Joint served, and Alex's return caught the net. He looked like he was still trying to find his rhythm, but that's a dangerous sign this early, because every single point in a match like this carries weight. Still, Alex managed to steal a point back here. Joint then netted a shot of her own, and the two traded a solid rally, until Joint redirected the ball to Alex's left side, and once again, he couldn't get there in time. Another rally followed. This time you could see Alex attacking hard down the right side, but he overextended and sent the ball out. Just like that, Joint took the first set to a commanding 3-1 lead. The pattern was becoming clear. Alex was overextending on his shots, sending balls out of bounds, while Joint calmly controlled the direction and pace of play. Joint's dominance continued to build. The set moved to 6-3 in her favor, a lopsided finish that left little doubt about who controlled that opening frame. Watching it unfold, it was obvious Alex was struggling, increasingly outmatched by Joint's composure and precision. As Joint and her supporters celebrated securing the first set, the writing seemed to be on the wall. Hashtag set 2. The turning point fast forward to the second set, and this is where everything changed. Joint opened the set on serve, but this time it was her return that found the net, an uncharacteristic error. On the next point, Joint again tried to place the ball exactly where she wanted, but the difference now was in Alex's response. He read it, controlled it, and kept it in play instead of sending it out. Joint had assumed Alex would overextend again and send another ball out, but this time, he'd adjusted. His shot control had sharpened, and it was enough to hand him the early advantage in game 3 of the second set. Joint served again, and this time Alex produced an outstanding return, so sharp that Joint couldn't react in time, even though the ball passed almost within her reach. It was simply too fast. That point sealed game 3 for Alex, putting the second set firmly in his favor. To her credit, Joint hadn't lost her composure yet. She fired back with an attack Alex couldn't chase down. But cracks were beginning to show. A string of simple, uncharacteristic errors started creeping into her game, including a return sent out to the left and a shot straight into the net, before any real rally could develop. Then came a gorgeous rally between the two players, trading shot for shot. But it was Alex's court positioning that shone through. He read Joint's angle, adjusted, and turned defense into offense with a blistering, unreturnable forehand smash. Joint had no answer. Right after that point, Alex switched things up again, this time unleashing a left-handed smash that Joint completely mishandled, sending her return out of bounds under the sheer force of his attack. On his next service point, Joint still couldn't find an answer. Alex fired down an ace, untouched. He was now fully locked in, dictating play with power and speed that Joint simply couldn't match. Her shots kept missing their mark, and the set swung to 4-2 in Alex's favor. By Game 7 of the second set, the score stood 40-30, with Alex holding the advantage, game point. Another rally unfolded, and Alex produced a devastating shot, redirecting the ball to the right side and landing it right on the line. It was a masterclass in ball placement. Joint wasn't even close enough to contest it. That point handed Alex the game, pushing the score to 5-2 in the second set. He needed just one more point to close it out, and the momentum had fully swung in his direction. He was reading Joint's game now, finding the tactics to dismantle her. Alex served, Joint returned, but the momentum belonged entirely to him now. She couldn't handle the power behind his shots, and her return sailed out again. Then came one more brilliant tactical move. Joint tried a shot down the middle, hoping to draw Alex out of position and prevent him from chasing it down. He got there anyway, and seeing that Joint had drifted to the right side of the court, he calmly redirected the ball to the left, completely out of her reach. Point Alex, and with it the second set, 6-2. That second set turned out to be the true game changer, the momentum shift that would carry Alex directly into the deciding third set. Hashtag set 3. Total domination, one set apiece. Winner takes all. And from the very first points, it was clear Alex had seized full control of the match's tempo. Joint began making errors, 2 consecutive shots landing straight into the net. The momentum had completely shifted. Alex quickly moved ahead 1-0 in the deciding set. Alex served again, and once more, Joint's return caught the net. Then another. And another. Error after error from Joint, who suddenly looked cold and disconnected from the match. Meanwhile, Alex carried every ounce of the fire he'd built in the second set straight into the third, while Joint seemed to be dragging the chill of a difficult second set right along with her. Brutal timing for her to be making these mistakes in the final and most decisive set at Wimbledon. The score quickly opened up to 2-0, and Alex was firmly in command. He launched another attack, and the ball simply flew past Joint before she could react. It was clear this third set was unraveling badly for her. She did manage to steal a point, catching Alex out wide on the left, sparking a rally, but even then, she couldn't sustain it, sending another shot into the net. Alex added another point off yet another Joint error, another ball into the net. And then another, this time sailing out. Every attack Joint attempted was being read and returned by Alex, while her own defense against his shots kept breaking down. The score reached a commanding 3-0 in the third and final set, a statement start for Alex. Alex served again, and this time Joint defended solidly enough to steal a point in Game 4 of the final set. But it didn't last. Watching closely, you could see Alex studying her patterns, and soon Joint was overextending again, unable to defend properly. Every attack Alex threw at her was met with the same story. His positioning stayed balanced and controlled, while Joint kept getting caught off balance, unable to return cleanly, sending shot after shot into the net. Alex kept working the angles, sending the ball to the right side. Then, the moment Joint adjusted to receive it, redirecting sharply to the left, leaving her with no chance to recover. This was complete and total domination. The score reached 5-0 in the third set. Joint looked to be almost out of answers. Alex even added an ace to the tally against her. To her credit, Joint clawed back a point with a well-placed shot Alex couldn't react to in time fast enough, and she strung together 2 more consecutive points in Game 6 of the third set. But Alex refused to let up. He answered right back, taking the next point, needing just one more to close out Game 6. On his serve, he sealed it, taking the final point of Game 6 in the third set and closing the match at a dominant 6-0 in the deciding set. Hashtag the historic result, total domination. Alex Eala secured the win in the round of 64 at Wimbledon, a truly historic moment, as he became the very first Filipino player to reach the round of 32 at Wimbledon. A tough outing for Maya Joint, who was clearly rattled by that pivotal second set, a shift in momentum that carried Alex all the way through a commanding 6-0 finish in the third. But for Alex Eala, this was a statement win, incredible momentum heading into the round of 32, where he'll face the world number 3 and the defending Wimbledon champion. So now it's your turn. Who do you think comes out on top in that next matchup? As for me, I'm sticking with Alex Eala. Drop your predictions in the comments below. Tennis Unfiltered.